One of the best ways to understand homeostasis is to look at adaptogenic herbs, as these herbs have so much to teach us about biologic resiliency. What is an adaptogenic herb? Adaptogens increase non-specific resistance to stress and decrease sensitivity to stressors, which results in a more stable, robust biologic organism. So things from the outside have less of a negative effect on what's going on inside of our own physiology. Adaptogens have been known for centuries. The name adaptogen, however, is relatively recent. Some of my favorite adaptogens include Rhodiola, Licorice, Ashwaghanda, Ginseng, Schizandra berry, Cannabis, and as a caveat, I also consider blueberry and turmeric adaptogens. I really like the story of Rhodiola in terms of understanding what an adaptogen is in the modern sense. The idea that a plant could improve mental and physical performance in healthy people was observed during World War II in Russia with various herbal concoctions and remedies given to pilots and members of submarine crews. For example, the first studies on the stimulating and tonic effects of Schisandra were published in the Soviet Union in World War II. The Russian interest in Schisandra arises from the ethnopharmacologic investigations that they encountered in Far East regions. The Schisandra berries and the seeds were used by Nanai hunters as a tonic to reduce thirst, hunger, and exhaustion during hunting and to improve night vision. And during the 1950s and 60s, the idea of using herbal plants to increase stamina and survival in harmful environments was developed in the Soviet Union, and this new concept of adaptogens was introduced to describe these plants that could increase this state of non-specific resistance in stress. Adaptogens, if we look at them biochemically, they're really pointing towards about 9 or so major biochemical pathways. So again, the plants are teaching us about homeostasis, and each one of these 9 biochemical pathways I'm going to do a separate video on. And rather than a single chemical drug acting on a single receptor system, many adaptogens influence several of these major biochemical intersections at the same time, thus helping to stabilize biologic networks. Because plants live in the real world, they largely are solving real-world problems through their chemical mixtures, and these mixtures can be used by us as humans to help with our health and improve our homeostatic resilience. And in many ways, these mixtures are superior, vastly superior to the single molecule drugs. This prevailing notion that a single drug interacts exclusively with one receptor is increasingly recognized as less effective than it was anticipated. And this realization is gaining traction in light of accumulating evidence supporting polypharmacology, use of multiple chemicals, multiple drugs, multiple plants. And this is prompting a paradigm shift in both experimental and computational approaches that are focusing on multiple targets. So stay tuned. I'll have a lot more. We're going to look at each individual pathway in the next series of videos. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Dr. Jake Felice. You can find me at Sweetwater Holistic and sweetwaterholistic.com. Thank you so much for listening, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Cheers.